AI has officially arrived in the world of blogging. Tools like Surfer SEO, Jasper, and Phrase are changing the way that we create and optimize our content. Don't worry, AI is not going to replace you. It's just going to make you a better blogger if you use it correctly. Right now, there's a big misunderstanding in the world of AI and content creation. People think it's as simple as pressing a button and you get a blog post. It does not work like that. In this video, I'm going to show you how it does work and how you can use it to kill writer's block, get more done, and create better content without sounding like a robot. So what can AI actually do for us as content creators? It can do a lot of things. First, there's SEO. Tools like Surfer SEO make it so that we can see exactly how many words we should have, how many images we need, stuff like that. And then you have tools that actually help you create content using the GPT-3 algorithm. It's basically a huge collection of data scoured from across the internet that make the computer basically seem like a real person. So it's able to type coherently and in a way that a human would sound. Those tools are things like Jasper. We can use those to add sentences, expand on sentences, rewrite sentences, create complete outlines. It's a really great tool. But I really break it down into those two things. We have the SEO side, and then we have the actual content writing side. For me, I use Jasper and Surfer together. They actually integrate, which is awesome. Surfer is the SEO side, and Jasper is more on just the content creation side. Let's dive a little deeper and go over the specific things that it can do and how well AI can do them. So first, keyword research. AI is absolutely money at this. Tools like Surfer SEO can show us what types of keywords we can rank for. It also shows us batches of keywords so that we can find topics that we can cover, different semantic keywords. Absolutely, AI is ready for keyword research. Topic ideation, not so much. I don't think that coming up with brand new exciting topics is very good in AI. Yes, you can find keywords that you can blog about, but finding good topic ideas is not something that AI really does. It lacks creativity. It'll show you what people are searching for, but you still need to find a way to integrate those into exciting topics and cover them in a way that's interesting. And right now, the AI is not really there yet. Creating original content, it is not great at this. It is very good at expanding on your thoughts and rewriting your thoughts and helping you defeat writer's block. Like if you're writing and you just have that blinking cursor and you don't know what to write next, in a tool like Jasper, you can click compose and it will compose something right below it. The content on its own, though, is very nonsensical if you aren't careful. If you try to do too much, the post is going to sound really strange. It'll read well grammatically and the spelling will be good, but the original content is not going to be great. And also Google's going to recognize these AI generated posts. It's going to get better and better and better at it. So you still need to make sure that you're creating original content. Proofreading and readability, it's nearly perfect. The only thing it doesn't really do is your specific brand tone. There's a whole bunch of tools like WordTune and Grammarly that make it very easy to proofread. There's really no excuse now for errors grammatically and punctuation and spelling, and also having poor readability. The tools are just there. You just have to use them. Search engine optimization, this is very good. There's still some kinks involved, but it is almost perfect. Again, tools like Surfer SEO make it so that we can SEO optimize our content before we hit publish or after we hit publish. There is a huge misconception when it comes to how to actually utilize AI. First, you need to understand that it is not very good. It's good enough to write sentences, but it is not good enough to write complete blog posts. AI has a lot of issues, mainly facts, and then also understanding the flow of what you're trying to say. It can create sentences that will be grammatically correct, and with the right prompts, it will be pretty close. It's useful, but it is not a complete replacement for you. You still have to write. I highly recommend that you use at least an 80-20 balance. 80% content you generate and 20% content that you generate through AI. As you get better, you can maybe use a little bit more AI, but for the most part, you want to still be involved. AI is not a replacement for you. It is an assistant. It's there to help you kill writer's block and also know how to write blog posts that Google will rank and reward. Do not see AI as a tool that's just going to replace you, or that you can just tell it what to write and it's going to create you a long form blog post that's ready to go. It doesn't work like that. For that reason, I bet many of you watching this video have actually tried a tool like Jasper and canceled because you've realized this isn't that good. That's a shame because it's still incredibly valuable, even though it doesn't completely replace you. So if you're a bad writer, AI is just going to help you create more bad content. It's actually going to help you create more content, and it's also going to be even worse because you're going to think it's good. At least when you're writing it yourself, you're probably reading it. A lot of people use AI and they don't even read the stuff that it craps out. However, if you're a good writer, AI is going to help you create more content. And thanks to the tools like the rewriting tool and Jasper, it's going to make you an even better writer. All right, let's get into my computer now, and I'll show you how I actually use AI in my own content creation process. We're going to use a tool called Surfer SEO and Jasper. After that, I'm going to share the 5 rules for AI content creation, and we'll be done. And you'll know everything you need to know. All right, we're going to start with Surfer SEO, and we're going to use what's called the content editor. This is an awesome tool that lets us create content in a way that's going to increase our chances of ranking in Google. It does this by comparing the current articles that are similar, that are already ranking in search engine results pages. We're basically just kind of emulating what they're doing and making it a little bit better. How this works is you put the keyword or keywords that you're trying to rank an article for. So if I was going to write an article about best smelling candles like I have down here, I would put in best smelling candles, and then it would give me everything that I need. So I've already entered that one in. Let's just keep with that example. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to create this awesome little outline for me, all this stuff that I need to know. And I've done a whole video on this. I'll link to it up in the cards, but this is essentially what we've got. Over here, it shows me the content score. The goal is to get that as high as possible. It shows me how many words, how many headings, how many paragraphs, and how many images I should include. I can also come in here and tweak it to make sure that I'm only comparing articles that are actually relevant. So I'd come in here and make sure that these are actually about the best smelling candles. Sometimes things will come on there that are not accurate, or they're outliers. Like you might have an article that's 20,000 words, and then it's going to tell you to write an article that's like 10,000 words because it's going to average all of the words that have been selected on here, right? So you have to be careful. I always do recommend checking that. And then down here, we have all of the terms that they recommend that I include, and then how many times they recommend that I actually include them. So every time that I use the word scented candles, it's going to add there. Pretty cool. So it's in yellow, which means I'm not all the way there yet. But if I use it too much, so let's do one here, Yankee Candle, right? And if I use that twice, that's fine. But if I use it 3 times, it's telling me now that I should use it fewer times. So this is not just a keyword spamming tool. It's actually making sure that we don't do that. It's showing us what terms we should include and how often to include them. But now let's go to the actual writing part of the AI. This is the part that we're going to integrate Jasper with. So let's go ahead and open Jasper up. Come to documents. We're going to create a new document. I'm going to do blog post workflow. And I'm going to just fill this out. I'm going to put. Then I can also generate ideas. If I don't like that title, it gives me all these ideas. Some of them aren't good, like 2018, 2019, 2018. Obviously, don't do that. But let's just go ahead and just use the one that I have for now. Intro paragraph. I can write it myself, but I can also have Jasper generate some ideas. Let's see what they put out. Candles have been around for centuries and for good reason. They smell amazing. Not only do they create a warm and cozy atmosphere, but they also make your home smell wonderful. See, so that's like a very weird sentence. We already said they smell amazing. So it's kind of redundant. So that's the type of stuff you'll get with AI. So you have to be careful. If I just use that verbatim, it's going to be weird. I can use that, but I have to change it. Sometimes I'll just use pieces of it. Like let's say that I want to use this. I could do that. I could just erase that. Not only do candles create a warm and cozy atmosphere, but they also make your home smell wonderful. If you're looking for the best smelling candles in the world, look no further. We've compiled a list of the 10 best candles that will tantalize your senses and fill your home with delicious scents. That's actually really good now, right? So I just deleted a little bit. Let's use that one. Okay, now let's open up the editor. And now that we're in here, we have that first paragraph, and over here we have all of the information we just input. But what we can do is up here we have SEO mode. Also, we talked about proofreading tools. It integrates with Grammarly, which is amazing. And also you can use a plagiarism checker. Let's add SEO mode. So now we can come in here and find that best smelling candles article that we created in the content editor. And now as we actually write this article, we're integrated with the two. So let's say that I start with number 1. Now I'd have to go and actually do my research here, but I can see that it's probably a Bath and Body Works one. So let's just do a little spying on the competitors. If I were writing a best of, I would not do this, but this is just for this example. 14 very best smelling. Let's say Boy Smells Kush Candle. Make that an H2. And then let's put it on output length. I just want to show you this and we can kind of move on. I would continue writing this until it was optimized up to at least like 75. But let's say I just press compose here. This candle from Boy Smells is infused with notes of cannabis, amber, and musk, creating a warm and sensual scent. It is perfect for filling any room in your home with a touch of luxury. That sounds awesome. I actually did not know those things about it. However, one thing, I already mentioned it, AI is terrible when it comes to facts. So I need to do a little bit of research and make sure that those are actually the right notes. So let's just go ahead and put in Boy Smells Kush Candle and double check it and make sure that's actually what it smells like. Cannabis, suede, tulip, and amber. Yeah, that's right. That's pretty sweet. Now, I'm not going to make you sit and watch me do this entire blog post. Also, I'm not going to write this entire blog post because this is not my niche. Just doing it for the example. But I do want to show you really quick how this all works. Think of it as a dance. I can't just sit here and keep pressing compose, compose, compose. It's going to put a whole bunch of nonsense, right? I have to make sure that I'm actually giving it some input before I have it give me output, right? So let's do this. Let's type conclusion. You want to give it direction. So let's do, there you have it. The best smelling candles in the world. All right. And now let's do compose and see what it does. Because let's say I'm just having trouble wrapping it up. Be sure to try one or all these candles to enjoy their amazing scents. Your home will thank you. Okay, right? So that is good. But then right here at the end, what the hell is this, right? Nothing. So you got to delete it. So that's just an example. It is so useful and helpful. Like let's say that I was stuck on that conclusion. Doing that could have helped me get past that, right? And it just helps me move on to the next thing. AI is not going to replace you and it's not going to write everything for you. So let's wrap that up and go into my 5 rules for using AI in blogging. Rule number 1, fact check everything. There is one huge problem with the GPT-3 algorithm, and that's that it doesn't know truth from fiction. Anyone can say anything on the internet, and that means you're not always going to get the most accurate information. Things like dates, times, names. You have to double check it. You will have a ton of factual inaccuracies. You need to always make sure that what it's telling you is actually true. And in our example where we talked about the scents from the candle, even stuff like that, you have to go back and check to make sure that it's actually what it's saying because it isn't perfect and you have to treat it as such. Rule number 2, get multiple outputs. Don't accept the first output just thinking that, oh, it's a computer, it's right. Remember, it's not that good. You need to continually try to get new outputs. Keep working with the system. Have one output, see if you like it, if you can tweak anything. Get another one, compare the two, see if you can maybe combine, mix, match different things. More outputs will help you create better content. Don't get in the habit of accepting the first output you get. Rule number 3, provide detailed inputs. If you're using a tool like Jasper, it will give you the opportunity to type in things like your keywords and the intro or the description of the post. Be as detailed as possible and you will get the best content output possible. Number 4, you do not have to copy verbatim. You can tweak the outputs as much as you want. Don't accept the first output you get. Like point number 2, make sure that you understand that you are able to edit those and you should edit them as much as you want and need. And finally, rule number 5 is try to maintain that 80-20 user-generated content to AI-generated content. As you get better at AI and understand what it does well and what it doesn't do well, you can maybe expand that a little bit to 70-30, or if you're really trying to push it 60-40, but you want to make sure that you don't give too much control over to AI. Anything that you do have AI write, make sure that you read through it and make sure that it still makes sense. Not just the facts, but also just the flow. Make sure that you don't sound like a robot, because it's not going to help you in the long run. If your content doesn't read well and it doesn't make sense and people don't keep coming back to your new stuff, it's not helping you. So there's no point in even using it. You're just going to more quickly create content that's not going to get you further. Again, remember that mediocre writers are going to just create more mediocre content using AI. Great writers, on the other hand, are going to create more great content. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If this is your first time on the channel and you enjoyed it and you want additional affiliate marketing, content marketing related content, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Also, be sure to go check out my book on Amazon, Evergreen Affiliate Marketing. Once again, thank you guys for spending your time here with me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.